I never imagined you'd be able to speak with the Entelekea.
Well, I use a Critian technique to do it. Wait, do I detect a little jealousy?
Maybe. Right, Rapide?
Yuri, you want to talk to Rapide?
I think the two of you understand each other well enough already.
I got him pretty well figured out, but I don't know if he understands me.
I think he feels the same way.
Good talk, I guess. I don't know if Rapide counts as an Entelekea, but whatevs. So, welcome, Tales of Vesperia. Here we are again, guys. We're kind of stuck in the desert, a bit lost, don't know where to go. I'm all twisted and turned upside down. What am I gonna do but call in my freaking ride? Yes, the world is our oyster now, as we have this dragonship with evolved Baul taking us on a ferry ride across the world. So today, we've had a couple of these recently on the show, and this time we're gonna have one more of its kind. We are just gonna freaking have a little globe-trotting adventure here as we fill out the spots on the world map that are, god damn, good stuff from that are unfilled, and collect all these supplies, check out what interesting things there are to spot, and just have a nice little breather. Not that we need a breather like I've needed a couple of times now. I'm still kind of feeling a combat high from the surprise win we had last time as we rescued Judith and Baul from the clutches of those guys, Nan and Tyson, the hunting blades. That's right. So this is Nordopolica, right? Yeah, this is Nordopolica. I remember because there's that annoying peninsula you have to run down. Let's get this. Let's make the goal today to clear out the entire map. Oh, Entelekea. Let's have some more.
Pharaoh, Belius, Baul. What sort of beings are Entelekea anyway?
They are the oldest intelligent life forms on Terca Lumireis.
So, they aren't monsters?
They aren't. It's
Well,
said that they have a higher level of awareness than humans, though they don't have a civilization.
Shiver me timbers! The Entelekea were smart!
The reports we get from Baul are pretty accurate.
He's a smart boy.
Yeah. Oh, look, I think that's him smiling. That was kind of funny. Cool. Getting Baul having his own cut-in during the skits. Hey, there is an island over here. Oh, I was about to say, what the heck? We could climb down, but... Oh, no, it's just these islands outside of Nordopolica. Never mind, I thought there was a new island here. And that's the ghost ship, the Atherum. Yeah, I was confused. It said climb down, but that's right. We're on the ocean, so we can just drop the ship, make an airdrop, and carry on with just the ship if we so wanted. Look at me here. I'm just being all thorough about clearing these. There we go. Yeah, I'm still like, I'm not sure how I got so lucky as to beat Tyson and Nan like that. I guess that there just has been a couple of really tough areas thus far, and the game gave us a bit of an easier fight all of a sudden. Strange that, but here you go. I was sure that it was going to be really, really difficult having a dual boss like that. Well, first of all, I was expecting it to be Clint, Tyson, and Nan. All three of them, so it just being the two of them is a little easier, but still, it could have gone a lot more worse, because I know that generally when you have a fight against two guys, it's going to be really tricky. That's just my impressions. What the... Strange symbols. Oh, right, it's because there's like deep waters and shallow oceans. It just forms a weird figure 8 over here. Hold on, where is it? Right here, there's just like this weird figure 8 in the ocean. Let me just drop down. Oh, right, there is a day and night cycle in this game. I forgot. It's turning all nighttime-y. Well, this is very curious, isn't it? Having this spot right here. Oh. I wonder if something will pop up here later, like a underwater base or something to explore. Hello, this is what I was interested in. Some kind of strange thing. Alright, we need to be careful, by the way, running around now. Ooh, Urzo fruit? Hunting potions? Because these enemies might be incredibly inappropriately difficult for us. Since we're now just globe-trotting wherever the heck we want to. This is very strange, this right here. That looks like a modern-day, like, school building. That's submerged in that water. I have no idea what the meaning of that thing is. These balloons are starting to cramp my style. Let's see, can we land in this? No, we cannot land here. What's also alarming is that this island isn't marked on the world map. So, I'm a little unclear as to what this thing is. What is this? Oh, it's just one more thing to collect, a little shell thing. Okay, well, we'll come back to that later, I guess. I'm getting vibes of that cave in the corner of Final Fantasy VII, where the Knights of the Round materia is. Like, there's just this weird little extra area. Very strange. So yeah, looking back on that fight, I think I mentioned it last episode, but I think the one thing which really was a game changer there was me managing to find that launcher exploit. Well, not really an exploit, but that launcher strat against Tyson, using Judith to juggle Tyson into the air a lot. Not necessarily it being like a high damage technique or anything, I just feel like I was able to shut Tyson down rather efficiently.
We'll destroy them in no time.
Oop, no, not that. No, not that either. But this one, that's right. Just trying to get my bearings here. What? That went completely wrong. God damn, I'm just... Damn it. That was like a lot of fireballs I missed to try to get that attack off.
Okay, let's go.
There we go. Took care of that. Just practicing a little bit of Rita again. My goal is to try and figure out how this spiral flare works, since it's not spiral flare, sorry, tractor beam, because we can move that around if you recall. So we can try and move it around, see if I can get that. So, but we need to get into some tougher fights first before I practice that. Also, actually, another thing that I'm working on with Rita is the revenge spell thing, which is cast a novice spell while staggering. Now, does stagger, the terminology, I'm a little unclear. Don't think it mentions anything here. Personal call, that's kind of funny. Oh, okay, hold down at L1 to give specific instructions to individual characters. Oh. That could be useful at some point. Okay, yeah, I'm wondering, does staggering mean just being hit, or when I'm, like, stunned and I got the stars over my head? Because if it's just being hit and you got that moment of, like, stagger animation, revenge spell will be amazing, because that's basically a big counter that we can use to throw a fireball, stone blast, champagne, spread zero, any of these little tricks, just because there's no cast type, just a nice big splash on them from those attacks. Basically, Rita will become kind of a counter-heavy character in that sense. We're not going to want to take any hits, obviously, since Rita's not super sturdy, but that'll really change up her gameplay a little bit. What is this? Big old rock monument. What's this? Some sort of ruins, maybe? But it doesn't look like humans built anything here. Judy, do you know anything about this place? No. To me, it looks like it was formed naturally, rather than made by human hands. There's not anything here from the looks of it. Well, let's have a look around at least. Curious, we've seen one of these. It's on the island to the north of the desert. There's like a similar place, which we also could not access. It also looks very much like this. Interesting. I guess we didn't get any dialogue there previously because Judith was not in the party, so... Because Judith... Well, not that she really helped there, she just was like, well, I don't know what that is. I guess the significance of these will be found out later on. Oh yeah, look at all these supplies we are getting. Good stuff. Yeah, just going back to the Tyson fight, like, the big help with launching Tyson in the air was that he just wasn't active, because the big problem is that those two guys could be, if Nan and Tyson were working hand in hand, they could have done some real nasty work on our crew. Hey, there's some... I think there's something on the map, but I can't see... Look at that, there's some formations, but I can't see anything with this damn... Bloody hell, this, like... mist just... What the actual heck? There's definitely mountains here, but I'm just, like, going through them. Look at this. Ghost mountains? You can see the shapes there, but, like... See, this is one of those moments where, like, I'm not sure if that's a bug in the game, or if it's, like, some story thing, like there are phantom islands, and they'll become active later on. Like, who really knows? I sure don't. Ooh, it's getting a little chilly all of a sudden. Ooh. Looks like we found the snowy area of the game. That seems tangible, unlike that weird island we just saw. So anyway, I think that's what decided the fight, was me, like, just taking Tyson out for seconds at a time, which gives the other crew more time to beat up on Nan, without Tyson and Nan, like, effectively working as a team there. That's the only explanation I could come up for my dumb victory there. Otherwise, I don't get it. How that happened like that the way it did. Anyway, that's all about that I wanted to say. Let's focus on globetrotting. We've already found so many interesting things, haven't we? Found another one of those weird crags, which we even got some lore now. Not lore, but we got a cutscene trying to explain what it was. Not that we really got anything out of it. Oh, interesting. There's, oh gosh, I forget one of the first places we went to. That's Aspio in the caves. So there was this ice flow area to the north all this time, but these big mountains, I guess, shielded these towns over here from it. Cool. We should also stop by this caravan. We have not been there in ages. First, I'll just get this stuff over here. Some hoof sacred trees. We should go do some synthesizing also once we're done with this little globetrotting. Once we're done filling out the world map, we're gonna go synthesizing a little bit, see if we can get anything done with our new stuff. Welcome to the Wandering Traveler. Would you like to rest for 50 gold? Enjoy your stay. 50 gold is no problem at this point. Especially when we had, did I see it correctly, 70,000 gold? That's no small amount of money. How are you? I guess I'm alright. Good talk. As always. Alright, back to the air. I'm just using the big map here so I can see where are the splotches I still need to clear. I'm being methodical, guys. Like, honestly, it's a very liberating moment whenever this happens in a game with a world map, when you get the flight, because you can just go where the heck ever you want. Well, not necessarily. You had the... Was it Hiryu was the dragon in Final Fantasy V? You can fly over mountains with him, but, you know, obviously you then later get Later, you get an airship to fly around with. Like, that problem solves itself later on. Hiryu is really early in the game. It's mainly meant for getting over certain obstacles. Like that meteor. Yeah, pro tip for anyone playing Final Fantasy V. Once you get Hiryu, you can fly over the crashed meteor and check out places over there. It's not where the game continues, but it's worth exploring. Let me tell you, you get some good loot from a couple of the places there, just like what I'm doing right now, just enjoying my little exploration. Another crater lake. There was a similar one on the other side of the world map, although it's quite nearby. Oh god, just getting this stuff right here. That monkey has a sword on its tail. That's a problem. It's a real problem right there. Yeah, I don't know how tough the enemies around here are, because these might be areas we're not meant to be in yet. A gentleman's tie. Someone left it on a tree stump. Curious. So for the moment, I'm gonna try and avoid fights, especially in new areas. I mean, we can just cheat and use our baul ride to fly in the air, so we can clear areas quicker. We don't have to tangle with these possibly terrifying enemies, like that crab down there. Oh boy. Odd shape. Oh, it's a mountain range. I thought it was a river. I was looking at that wrong on the world map. My bad. There's Zaphias, the capital. It's been a while since we've been here. It's been a while. We've been to the start. But it's cool. Okay, these enemies I could have fought because they're like the beginning of the game enemies. Unless they've updated, who knows. But, I'm not gonna. Especially if they have updated. Yo, another one of these crags, and it's right nearby Zaphias. How terribly mysterious. Gotta mark these down. There's 3 of these we've found so far. I really dig the music in these places, by the way. You get some, like, you're in some mysterious ancient place vibes when you come here. I may have mentioned it already when we first placed it. Like, I get certain Mononoke vibes, or Studio Ghibli in general vibes, walking around these pastoral places. Well, that was nice. Sure was pastoral. Okay, let's go over here. Ooh, some more rugged Badlands deserts over there. Fascinating. Yeah, the big thing about this, I don't normally go out of my way, but I thought, why the heck not? Especially since we now have such a powerful ability to just fly around, enjoying cruising the world. We've got this entire corner, which seems like this desert continent we just found, to check out, so it's worth it. And the thing is, like, it's... The most liberating thing is that, okay, I hate to criticize people's critiques here, but, like, you know, a lot of... I want to say, like, generation 6, 7? Which generation is PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360? That's 7th generation? I'm thinking of Final Fantasy 13, and honestly before that Final Fantasy 10 and games like that. They have, you know, always been critiqued as they've been really linear compared to past JRPGs. Like, that's the thing you'll hear often about modern JRPGs is how gosh darn linear they are, and people miss the world map. As a counter-argument, old JRPGs tend to be pretty linear themselves up to this point when you get the airship. Like, there is... Think about, like, Final Fantasy VII. Once you're done with Midgar and you're like, ooh, world map is open, there's very few branches you can take when adventuring. There's still, like, very much point A to B to C. Just go from one place to the next. There'll be, like, tiny side areas, but, like, progress will be very much tied into very obvious next areas you have to clear. You do have the option to backtrack, but most of the time, at least in Final Fantasy VII, or in, I don't know, 9, 8, or other Final Fantasies, or, I don't know, let me think, let me throw some weird ones here, Grand Stream Saga, maybe. You don't really have much impetus to backtrack, I don't feel. There's not much to gain from going back. There'll be some stuff, but for the most part, those games I think are very linear themselves. So that's why I kind of when people complain about modern RPGs being linear, I'm kind of like, I don't know. First of all, you know that I don't even mind a linear experience, but second of all, I don't even think it's necessarily that true. But you know what a world map like this does, I will straight up admit, of course, it gives you a better illusion of openness, at least. Like, even like before you get the airship when you're just running around, like. And also I'll definitely admit, the design of areas definitely is better in older games, I feel. Like, the areas themselves are much more non-linear.
Don't just stand there whining.
Let's see,
This is bad.
oh, these guys are way too tough for us. I don't know, let's give it a go. Just get a lot of guys here. You know what I wish? I wish the enemies would kind of highlight when they're covered by that spell, so I could know if I'm getting them with the thing. Because, look, I only got the one wasp here, killer bee, sorry. I thought I had them there, but I didn't. Well, they're flying enemies, so that's what makes it trickier. It's easier for But where are you aiming? Oh my god, you're aiming the completely wrong way. Why did I do that? Oh, let's try that one again. More gusto this time. This should get a lot of them. Well, okay, I got a couple of them. That's good damage. Okay, come on, let's go. Ah, I got the tortoise only. And it looks like he doesn't take much damage from that. Probably it's not like a huge damage. Oh my god, these killer bees are on me! Oh, thanks, someone saved me. Nice job. Oh my god. Raven's about to get bopped by that poison. Let's drop a lemon gel on him. Ah, jeez, I don't know how items work in this damn game. Some items I can use on everybody and some I can't. Do I have the ability to fast go through these? I'm not sure. Oh wow, that damage was bad. Well, try this one, baby. This should... Oh my god, why do I whip so bad on these? Ah, and I'm eating up my freaking skills here. Well, this should do something. Oh, that's probably not great damage on a rock tortoise. Oh boy. We have not killed any of these enemies yet, by the way. Do we have, just a magic lens here? Ooh, 30,000 health. I think I'm gonna call it here. Okay, 2 of our guys are down. Yeah, these enemies are maybe a little too tough for us at this part of the game. So let's all Amscray right out of there. It was a learning experience. I'll give you that much. God damn it, what was I talking about before we... Oh yeah, freaking the illusion of openness. So I'll definitely admit, the short snippets I've played of Final Fantasy XIII, it does, when people say it's like a corridor simulator, I get what they're going for. The illusionness, it doesn't feel like a world in a sense, like an open... Not open world, but just like a believable world. It does not feel Final Fantasy XIII in some of those corridors. Like, you have to have the kind of illusion that you could run off from where the game allows you to be in, but you just, but you're just not able to if you try. Like, there's enough to run around that you feel like it's a living, breathing world, and definitely that's what's lacking in more certain modern games. Ones that aren't anyway, like, free roaming anyway, actual open world. Those have their own problems, obviously, which is why I'm always advocating for more linear experiences. But yeah, but the thing, of course, the big difference is once you get the airship. At that point, things do change. I'll admit that the games still remain fairly linear in terms of the main story. You can't really sequence break things much. Well, not all the time. There's stuff like that, doing things out of order in Symphonia, maybe, for example. But you do get to explore, at least, and you get some, like, side stuff you can interact with to some degree already. What I mean is that it's not perfectly open yet, is that the story progression still is very much tied to you have to go to these areas in these order to progress with the main story. Like, that's what I mean about not being able to sequence break. But, like, we can still, like, at least check out new places, like whatever these ruins over here are. I'm gonna make another save right now, just to be on the safe side if we bump into more monsters that give us trouble. Oh god, oh god. What is this place? At least, you know, we probably can't do anything here yet, especially we didn't even get a cutscene, but we can at least check it out, acknowledge it exists, be like, oh, that's interesting. Oh, hidden chest. I knew there'd be a hidden chest somewhere here once we found the one obvious chest. The door is shut. Doesn't seem like it can open. Okay. So, because it's such a big deal to now be able to run around, that's why I decided to devote, if not one episode, then 2 episodes as we clear out the world map and check out all this interesting stuff there is to make a note of, if not actually interact with yet. I mean, we'll be that much wiser when it's time to visit these places. We'll know where they are. This is an interesting island, this, like, crater lake island here. We can't drop off down there with the ship, so we'll just have to let it be for now. That's the ruin we were at, right? Yeah. Okay, I have to now admit, now that I've had this opened here, this world map, I don't know if I've been paying enough attention to the actual surroundings because I'm staring at the map. Like, have we missed... This looks like a thing. Can we check this out real quick? Look at this. It is a thing. Interesting, but we can't interact with it either. See, good that I came back here, so we know that there's whatever this is. Now let's get out of here before those skunks get us. That, like, stone arc there. It'll afford us something to check at some point, maybe. But for now, we just make a mental note that that's there. Yeah, I thought that there has to be something we can interact with in this, like, canyon continent, quote-unquote. There has to be, like, one area at least. And that was the one. Over here, we seem to have that this ruin over here, this mysterious mausoleum-looking thing. We'll have to let that be, though. Oh, there's something over here as well. Let's land to check out whatever this is. There's a cherry tree there. Oh, we can't enter this area either. That's annoying. That's I don't know how to feel about that. That some story-relevant areas we can't even enter. Like, they're not even willing to let us enter and be like, well, we can't do anything here. Because I guess it would be too sequence breaky. I don't know. If you recall, Mount Temza, where we just came back from, I tried to go there briefly a few episodes back when we were in the neighborhood, but the game just would not let us. It just gave us question marks. I would have preferred at least like a little cutscene going like, well, there's no business for us here, so let's not be here for now. Maybe I'm in a minority on that, like maybe others find that more annoying, but it's what I would have preferred in that scene. Oh my god, we're getting crazy stuff. This one is really unloading supplies on us. And look at what is over there. A fourth one of these stony monuments. Interesting, we must have seen this on our way. This is the wee sand of Kados right there. So we must have actually seen this while we came through, but being on an island we couldn't reach, I couldn't really think about it too much, commit it to memory or anything. Oh, this one's especially cool. We've got this cool winding path going to it. That I'll give as a bonus is these areas that all 4 of these have like these slightly different regions, slightly different maps that give them a bit of individual flavor. I kind of wish, since this is on this tiny island, that they changed the background for this place. It looks like we're on a much bigger island than what we are at right now. Not that scale on world maps in a game like this makes much sense. I'll straight up admit that, but in this case we're on a little teeny island. Maybe I would have preferred having a kind of island background, an ocean in the background on that area. With that verisimilitude again, baby. The feel of realness.